Alright, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Minetest Gameplay of sorts. Yes, and today we are going to build a boat. Yes, we are. So we're going to come out here. And there you go. Alright. Thank you for joining me. Yeah. Huh. What's that? That's a big boat. I built that. I designed and built my own boat. Why? I don't know. I needed a boat. So that's my take on watching numerous hours of tutorials on boat building. And that's what I came up with. Cool. So let's go sit. Flew through a tree. Let's go see said boat. The flags are just there to until I can design my own flaggage. And this thing, let me tell you, it was a pain. Yeah, I must have redid the bow. Notice I have nautical terms. The bow of the boat, of the ship, many times to get finally to come up with a shape that I could like. And then I found a bunch of tutorials on how to make even better. So, hi Mr. Sharky. There's that. I had to extend, I have to feather this in a little better because the ship was too close to the shore. So I extended the dock and built a boat. So, looking at the boat, I am happy with the sails. I'm going to put a design in the sails over here to give it more color, and I might do something in the center sails. I might change the sails, but we have a lot of cool things in here, like these rope and tackles. And then you got, everybody uses the old fence trick for that. I wish there was something a little more elegant, but there isn't. So it does give the impression of rigging. So I have my rigging. I might put another rigging in here. I don't know yet. So let's go aboard. Permission to come aboard. Yep. And we go to the front of the ship and to play Celine Dion in Titanic. No. And I have to do something about a figurehead. That's the only thing I forgot and left off. But for the most part, I am very happy with how this turned out. We have kind of access down into the hold, which we are going to fill with stuff and goodies. We have another hold over here. This is the top deck. We got rope tie-offs. And we have another... Ooh. A way to get down in said hole. I don't want to go down there yet. Why did you do that? So, I built the boat in two halves. I first started with the front half and then added the back half on to try to get that good look to it. It was very challenging to get the dimensions right and how it looked plausible in the nautical world. So we come up here. I haven't put a ship's wheel in yet because I don't have anything I found that could simulate a ship's wheel. That's one thing we are going to work on now. I do like the block and tackles and the rope. That is really cool. I gotta find out what mod that comes from. I've used it before and I'll have to look. It just says pointing at ropes. Ropes. Okay. And you could stop it over at the farm. If you don't want it to go all the way to the ground, you could just stop it partway down. But that holds the back half of this sail on. That's the downstairs. This is going to be the captain's quarters. We got some real nice windows here from sea doors. Wow. Another video where I can't talk. Those fit in here perfectly and they open up. And they were the only windows I had that they had the wood frame. There is another one. There's a wood framed glass, but it's a whole block. And I did have a portal window from the Hidden Doors mod, but that does not. Everything is square, but everything is square, but that's round, and it didn't fit. And that's fine. It might fit with something else. We also have a rope ladder, which I'm going to be using for part of the rigging. And it's usable. So to climb up from, what you can do is stick it there and it'll automatically drop down. And one person can use that. Actually, how would they do that on a real boat? We get rid of this one here and bring that down here. Come on. There you go. You can do it. And then you can climb up. And work on the sails. We'll go see the crow's nest in a minute. So in here, what we are going to do is, I don't know. We need a bed. And there's other, let's see, what do we want here? We want the fancy jungle bed. That will work. Where do we want to put a bed? Where would the captain sleep? He'll sleep there. This captain's quarters seems kind of big, but what we're going to do over here, we can put in a bookcase because captains need bookage. So we will do that. Get rid of that bed. That'll be a bookcase. We can put another bookcase in here since there are no washrooms to be had. Do I want to continue we need jungle wood. Doesn't matter. I have the replacer tool. There we go. That will work. However, we're just going to do this for now. Just to give it that kind of symmetrical look there. Where do I want to put a bed? Put the captain's bed. Put it right there, and we can put a desk in. That will work. We'll figure out a desk to put in here. And then we can try to find some maps and stuff. It's kind of, I think my dimensions are a little bit off. I could probably extend the deck back a couple blocks, but then that would mess up the downstairs. So the downstairs area, how do we want to do this? Because we want to have crew quarters here. Do I want to completely 1, 2.5? We could put beds alongside here. I didn't think this out well, did I? Nevertheless, doesn't matter. Because it frees up room on the floor. So we're going to try something here just to see. We have 6 beds and the captain. Put another one down here. We need to We need some chests. And what we're going to use is the same one I used in the jungle chest. That will work. We're just going to give it just going to make it look good. Now we come down here, and this is where it's going to get interesting. So back here, we can put a couple chests. We need barrels. We're going to need that one, and we're going to need I want to use all three because they all kind of do a specific a specific service. So back here, we can use that there, but we need to rotate it. There we go. And we also want to make sure that we are loaded equally, because that will not go well in the boat. Now, as you notice, I do have gun turrets here. However, they are not usable. And there's a reason for that. We're going to put some chests here. This is a converted, we're going to think of this as a converted ship, meaning that once it was a ship used in, these are going to be like light barrels. It was a ship used in wartime, but then converted to a cargo ship. And I might be putting in too many of these barrels, but that can all be rectified. So what we want to put some barrels over here, and maybe a treasure chest. I'm almost thinking about filling in this floor though, because I don't want too much. I don't want too much area here. All right. And then here's the roof hatch for here. We have beds. Obviously, there's no need for a powder room, for gunpowder. So what they would have done, and it's kind of made so it can take a gun. So those are all there. We have a real nice, put a couple of those there. We don't really want to load up too much stuff. Sailors like to read. But we can do that. Oh, no. Don't you do that. That's the only part, the bad part of... Yeah. That's the only bad part of working on a boat is... Yeah. There we go. You always chance having a problem. Now, I could have used that. And there's another cool block. There's a rope block. I mean, I need to put in more light. But there's this really cool rope block, which also will send down a rope. But I use different color wood in this one. So let's put a block and tackle here because it's just used equipment, and we can go up if we want, which is kind of cool. There's also another way of using railroad tracks to tie down stuff. So, but we're not going to do that right now. I want to get rid of. I don't think we're going to need any more beds. I need to put in a desk for the captain's quarters. So now we have some. What can I put in the center here? We can put wood. I'll show you a neat little trick with the. Not what we want. We want that. I've seen this done before, so hopefully it will. See if it will work. Track. Might not. No, this ain't gonna work. It's not like the same in, because usually what it would do, plus it's too wide, but that's not the cart track. Let's use a rail, because I think a rail might have a different. It doesn't really matter. I want to see how that will act. There we go. So what we could do is we could do a hold down kind of deal here. And change that. I think this will work. There we go. So we have our wood held down. So now we have all sorts of stuff here that would be on a ship. Hopefully it's loaded correctly, because if not, then the ship will be not very good in the water. We want to try this rope ladder too again here. I want to see about just putting it. You know, that's not bad. So what you can do is either you can come back, because we have to have an emergency, and we have windows down here for said sailors. I'm not digging this. I'm not digging that too much, but I'll have to play with that. So we need some light in here. There we go. And so that's going to be the cargo hold. The hold down. We can jump up here. We can come up. We have that worked perfect. And we have one back here. We have a ladder back here for this hatch, which can be opened up for air. Now, the crow's nest, because every ship needs a crow's nest. This is kind of big, but I like it, so I'm keeping it. I almost want to use the rope ladder. So we come up here to the crow's nest, which I might redo. Look at that view. Look at that view. Because I'm thinking about extending this up a little bit and putting the crow's nest completely above. But that works. We have a great view of icebergs coming or anything that you want. So there's a crow's nest. And we have the sails. The other thing is when putting a some kind of design in for the sail, now it's all going to come down to the color. So I really do not know what color I want to use for the sail. Because I wanted to play in part with the castle in the background. And I use purple and blue banners for that. But other than that, I could always use a checkerboard pattern like I did on the flags. Other than that, oh, we need to figure out what we're going to do about a ship's wheel. I have a rudder. I did remember to do that. So it's a pretty good looking ship. There's some stuff missing. Like I could bow out this center part here to give it more dimension, more detail. I could add some outrigging, but I chose to do it right here. I could have actually put a block in on the end here. I've seen that done before. But yeah, for the most part, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. And I might actually do some more rope ladders behind there. So let's figure out how we're going to do the ship's wheel, because I don't have a clue. There's nothing in here that I would even consider. This wheel looks, it doesn't look right. That wheel, I don't think that wheel does anything. Let's just see if it does. No, that's part of a mod. When you build something in survival mode and you have to, oh, I could use a pie. So I'm thinking about, I don't know. Ooh, treasure chest. Because, we needed a treasure chest. Vast me mateys. And pirates never even talk like that. What a bummer. Let's see, what can we use? Oh, we also have those chains. That's another real cool thing to use. I want to try. I really don't want to use that ship's wheel because it's to be quite honest, it's awful. That's not fair. It's not really that awful. It's just that I have to go in and use the graphic that is, I think that's 128, so I have to go down to 32 or 64 resolution for it. So I'm probably going to do that. Because the only other thing that I could think of is we need, you know what we need? We need a pillar. We need a pillar. That will do. So we come over here, the stone pillar. So one of the ideas that I had, put that up here, we need this. I don't think that's going to work. No. But let's try. Because one will never know. So if I do take that wheel and throw it on the end here, that will work if I change the graph. Ooh. That will work if I change the graphic. See? Oh boy. What do I want to use? I don't know. I'm gonna have to really think about it because it's causing a little bit of a problem here. That will sort of work. But for right now, I'm not going to put a wheel. There we go. We're going to do that. It's like a bus. So you steer the boat like a bus. I'm going to have to revisit that. I am not happy with the wheel. The other in Minecraft, what they would do is they would put a block and they would put 4 levers around it in alternating directions, and it would give the idea of a wheel. Unfortunately, I cannot do that with this. So, that being said, I don't know what they would use this area up here for. Obviously for maps and stuff like that. So, maybe I'd want to put sort of like a table. Oh, that was a good idea. Where did it go? Where did it go? I moved it over here because we do need. That's not what I wanted. We want to put stuff on the deck to make it look good here. So if we go up like that. And we'll want to give it some character. I think 3. That's not what I wanted. I just want it kind of like a little table. So they could put their maps and stuff on. So we have that going for it. Now we have the person here. And it has a little bit of character and definition to it. We got some barrel action going on here. Put one here. Put a treasure chest. Why not? Because I'm all about the realism. No, I didn't want to do that. I wanted the barrel. The stuff that you would find on the deck of a ship. I think that looks pretty cool. Very, very nice. Put a chest down here real quick, and then we will call this video. We will call this video done. It's not really, most of the main stuff was built. I'm going to put a desk in here too. So we have a treasure chest. But I don't want to use, you see, that's the one thing. I don't want to use, I want to use this. Because no, what am I doing? Come on, get with the program. Oh, I want to use what would be realistic for the period. And that would be something like that. Because you're not going to find, oh man, you're not going to find a a modern style desk on a ship from the 1800s. That'll work. So it's a big table for the captain, and then now we just need to put the captain's bed. And I could probably do a better job at putting a bed in. I like that. For what it's worth, that is done. Because there's not going to be TVs and radios and stuff like that. It's not going to be ultra modern. It's going to be, it is what it is. It is an 1800s ship. And we have it decked out just enough. I might replace that rail with something a little better, because I'm not really too fond of that. So we have our cargo, and we have our cargo holds. We have our rigging, our ropes. We have our Titanic moment. We don't have a masthead though. That's one thing I'm going to work on. And oh no, go back up. I want to hit the other key because I want daytime. I'm not too thrilled about this sail here, but I did see it on other models. So I'm keeping it to get to it. I might extend it because it kind of adds depth. And there is a way of making the sails go so you can simulate blowing, the blowing wind. And it's just the way that you're going to lay the blocks. I chose to lay them straight, but you could have them like curve out and then curve back in, just like I did the sails. How the sails bow like that, and you just curve it to simulate the wind. I didn't really like the look of it. It looks messy. So I didn't go with it. I just went with this. I wanted something very simple for my first ship design. I'm probably going to move that up, but I'm happy with it. I really, really like it. I want to get a little bit more in with that. It needs one more. Yeah, that'll look good. So there you have it. There is the HMS Jeffries. There you go. And if I probably spent, I'm probably going to revisit the sales. But for a starting point, I really do like the way that they turned out with the riggings and the ropes and everything else that we have at our disposal. So that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you for joining. And if you have any ship ideas or stuff like that, but like I said, I did not build this from a tutorial. I designed this. I just played with it until I came up with something that I liked in the colors that I liked. So there, you can change the colors and go from there. All right, that's going to do it. Thank you very much for joining. Until the next video, everybody have a fantastic day, and goodbye.